Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mark Levine once again here with Daniel Sheps at his home. And today we're going to talk about another important type of loan, renovation and construction loans. So Daniel, tell us, what's going on in the economy right now?
First of all, Mark, I want to thank you for joining me in this lovely evening here.
Thank you.
And to answer your question, right now there's a big demand for renovation and construction loans. Everybody's looking to get loans on houses, but we see a huge demand right now of people that are looking to get renovation and construction loans together with the home loans.
Why is this one such in high demand?
Well, right now, people can get very high leverage on renovation and construction loans, meaning you can get up to 90% loan to value if you're buying a property and you need to fix it up and then you need to sell it. So you can get up to 90% loan to value or loan to cost as long as it's going to be at 75% of what that property is going to be completed for. So the completed value, as long as you're at 75%, with the loan that you take, you can get up to 90% financing on whatever you're buying and fixing up.
Looks like they only have to put very little down to do a renovation loan, right?
That's right, Mark. Yeah, they just have to put down 10% if they have experience and just cover the closing costs and have enough money to start like 10% of the renovation and construction work, and they can keep it revolving. So it's fantastic.
And what would you say, like after the whole process is completed, would you suggest they have their property sold immediately, or should they rent it considering what the economy looks like nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, you got a good point over there, because right now with inflation, with the Fed printing trillions of dollars and inflation going up, and with people, especially in South Florida and in Florida, there's a big demand for rent. That's probably about a better thing to do, is to rent out the property. But you can also sell the property and keep the money revolving. So there's kind of two different ways. You can also do both if you're buying a lot of properties. Some of it you sell, some of it you keep it and you rent it, and then you can refinance it into really low interest rates, so your margin of income on the rent is really good.
And what about the starting process? Like, what does the investor need to do to be able to get this loan?
In order to get the loan, they need to identify what property that they want first. So either they're going to take an existing piece of land that they already own or a property they already own, or they're going to be purchasing a property or a piece of land, and they're going to put together a budget for what they need for the renovation or for the construction, all the different line items. If they don't know themselves, they can get a general contractor. You also would need to know how much money you're going to put down, which we can help you with, but we need to know how much experience you have and more or less what your credit is.
So as we continue moving forward, remember that you can click the link below so we can have one of Daniel's friends and associates support you with putting together this process and pretty much guiding you every step of the way in order to move this forward for you.
Typically, yes, we're going to be helping them every step of the way from A to Z on the lending process. So they'll come to us, they'll tell us what property they have, what budget that they have, how much the property is going to be worth, what their qualifications are. We're going to tell them, okay, this is the loan amount we can provide you, these are the terms, and they're going to say yes or no, and then we can move forward immediately.
I like that plan. So now tell us about rates. So what should they be expecting to get in regards to rates?
That's a good question. Everybody wants to know about rates and terms. As far as rates go, typically it's between 7 and 9% depending on your level of experience and the amount of money that you need to borrow. So that's around the rule of thumb, because these are short-term loans. They're usually 12-month loans. They're not like 30-year loans. So, once you get that loan, then later on you refinance for a really low interest rate once you're completed with the construction and the renovation.
So that's the rates and the terms. What about qualifications?
On the qualification side, as long as you've had a good amount of experience renovating properties, if you're getting a renovation loan, or constructing properties, if you have a construction loan over the last 3 years, if you've done 1 or 2 or 3 or a bunch of them, then you get a much higher loan to value, loan to cost, and you can get a much lower interest rate. So it really depends on your experience. That's number one. And then, of course, the money. You need to have the money to put down and to start the first 10% of the renovation or the construction and to cover your closing costs, and also a little bit of a reserve to make sure you can make the payments on time, or we can build that into the loan amount if there's enough equity in there.
Well, thanks, Daniel, for all that information, for all that knowledge. It's great to be here with you once again. Let's just go through one final step. And what is it that the people watching and the investors can do in order to move this forward? Where can they click, and where does it go from here?
Yeah, well, we try to make the process real simple for everybody, Mark. That's kind of what we focus on. So down below, we have a link for you, and you can click it. And from that link, you'll be able to fill out some basic information, and you'll get all the documents that we need from you. And then we'll be able to provide you terms. And then you can work with one of our loan experts and work with our processing department in order to close the loan pretty quickly.
Sounds great, man. Thanks so much for having us.
Excellent. Thank you.